Tea has become such an integral part of the Indian diet that people aren't willing to cut back on it, let alone quit. As they say, all wisdom on one side and tea on the other side. But friends, you will be surprised to know that there are small things which if we keep in mind while making tea, then not only the harmful effects of tea significantly reduce, but the same tea can actually help in normalizing high blood pressure, diabetes, belly fat and arthritis. So if you are a tea lover or you drink tea regularly, then do watch this video till the end so that you get clear information as to how many cups of tea are safe to drink daily, what things to keep in mind while making tea, when you should not drink tea at all, and what is the right time to drink tea. We'll try to keep this video very simple and practical. So without any further delay, let's get started. Hello friends, welcome to FitTuber. If you drink tea that is made the right way, it won't harm you, rather it will benefit you. That's because tea contains antioxidants like polyphenols and flavonoids. However, we often unknowingly make mistakes while making tea, because of which we fail to get the full benefits of these antioxidants. A long-term study of 14 years was conducted on 498,000 people, which revealed some insights that can help us transform our tea from being unhealthy to healthy. The most important finding was that tea should not be boiled excessively. Some people like to boil tea in water for 10 minutes. While this makes the tea strong, but it significantly reduces antioxidants, and secondly, the more the tea is boiled, the more the tannins are released in it. It is because of these tannins that people who drink a lot of tea get those yellow stains on teeth. Excess tannins lead to more acid production in the stomach, and tannins also hinder the absorption of nutrients from food. This is why it's said that tea from roadside stalls is more harmful, because they boil it excessively and reuse the same tea multiple times. The second observation was that adding sugar to tea reduces its antioxidants. But we can't really imagine drinking sugarless tea. Many people who can't imagine their life without tea won't drink it if served without sugar, because more than the tea they are addicted to sugar. But why use such refined sugar that is so processed with chemicals like sulfur that it not only loses all its nutrition but also it doesn't properly get absorbed by the body? So if you want to sweeten your tea, use unrefined sugar like desi khansari sugar or thread mishri powder. Tea with jaggery might sound healthy, but according to Ayurveda, jaggery and milk are not a good combination. You might have noticed that adding jaggery to boiling milk causes it to curdle. Good wali chai is not good as it can lead to upset stomach. Yes, jaggery powder can be used instead. My father is a diabetic. He adds sugar-free to his tea. Is it okay? No, sugar-free and all other artificial sweeteners are worse than refined sugar. Please avoid it. Then while making tea, there are certain things if you add to tea, then the same tea will not only protect you from various ailments, but also your tea will become tastier. There are 7 such things. The first is green cardamom. Friends, green cardamom not only adds strength to the body, but also has anti-inflammatory properties, because of which its regular use helps prevent many diseases. Second is clove. In Ayurveda, it is called lavang, meaning that which makes the body flexible. Clove makes the small and large blood vessels in your body more elastic. Third is ginger. Whether it's body pain or you want to reduce belly fat, don't forget to add ginger. Fourth is cinnamon. For high blood sugar, there is no better ingredient to add to your tea than cinnamon. As its name suggests, it's slightly sweet as well. The fifth ingredient is licorice. Tea is drying in nature, but licorice neutralizes its effect by moisturizing the internal tissues. Plus, it's excellent for lung-related issues. Sixth is fennel seeds. If you suffer from acidity, burning sensation in the chest, or stomach ulcers, start adding saumph to your tea. The thick fennel seeds are better than the thin ones. Then if you have any heart-related problem like blood pressure or cholesterol, the 7th ingredient that you should definitely add to your tea is Arjuna bark. This bark naturally peels off the Arjuna tree. You can either powder it at home or buy a good quality powder from a reliable brand. Just add a little to your tea. It won't affect the taste but will provide immense benefits. Among these, some ingredients are heating and some are cooling. creating an overall balance. However, it's not necessary to add all these ingredients at once. Just choose according to your preference. Another thing modern studies highlight, though it conflicts with Ayurveda, is that milk should not be added to tea. You might be surprised to know, but most benefits that we read about tea or coffee are based on the studies conducted on black tea, green tea or black coffee, meaning that which contains neither milk nor sugar. According to modern science, adding milk reduces the antioxidants of both tea and coffee. However, Ayurvedic practitioners believe that while milk may slightly reduce its antioxidants, but since milk is oily and cooling, it does balance the hot and dry nature of tea and coffee. So the next time you want to make tea, first add water to the pan. For 1 cup of tea, add 1 cup of water. Then add clove, green cardamom, licorice, basically the 7 things that we had discussed earlier, and let it boil until the water is reduced by half. This will allow all the herbs to infuse their medicinal qualities properly. Now add tea leaves and then immediately add a little milk. As soon as it comes to a boil, turn off the heat. Do not overboil the tea. Finally add the sweetener, strain and enjoy. This is the real masala smart chai. Now that we have seen how to make tea so that it benefits us and does not harm us, let's talk about when to drink tea, when not to drink tea and how many cups of tea should you drink in a day. Friends, no matter how healthy a food or drink is, if you consume it at a wrong time, it will harm you. Take water for instance. There is no doubt that water is healthy, but when we gulp down water immediately after eating, it slows down digestion. Similarly, if we drink tea at the wrong time, forget the benefits, it will surely harm you. And there are 3 worst times to drink tea and coffee. The first is right after waking up in the morning. People who drink bed tea or bed coffee, they tend to age faster. Wrinkles appear on their face prematurely. See, after sleeping all night, there is a lack of water in our body and brain. In such a state, when we drink tea or coffee, which are diuretic in nature, it dehydrates the body even more. This weakens the memory, reduces grease in the joints, causes dryness to the skin, and even makes the hair rough.
See, I can't quit tea. Just tell me what best I can do.
Do one thing. After you wake up in the morning, first drink 1 glass of water. Then you can make tea or coffee. Actually, if you notice, most people drink tea or coffee first thing in the morning because otherwise they don't feel the pressure to go to the toilet. This problem also happens to people who smoke. Smokers also don't feel the urge without smoking. So does that mean smoking is a good thing? But if you think that without tea in the morning your stomach won't be cleared, then the solution is to drink hot water instead of tea for a few days. Try it, it's very effective. Drinking hot water in the morning not only clears the stomach but also boosts metabolism, which brings alertness and helps melt away that accumulated body fat. The second worst time to drink tea and coffee is right after a meal. You might have seen many people drinking tea just after their breakfast.
I drink tea after a meal because it prevents drowsiness caused by a big meal.
Exactly, that is why if you just avoid overeating in a meal, your need for tea will automatically come down. Note that whether it is breakfast or lunch, if you drink tea or coffee immediately after eating, it will lead to a deficiency of essential nutrients like iron, calcium, zinc and vitamin B in your body. Tannins in tea or coffee don't even allow the proper absorption of proteins from food. Now think about it. You eat a protein-rich dal and then drink tea over it. That protein won't be properly utilized by your body. Scientific studies have proven that tannins in tea or coffee bind with these minerals and block their absorption. Remember, we talked how we should not overboil the tea as it increases the tannins. This is why. A lack of calcium makes your bones brittle. Zinc is crucial for your sexual health. A deficiency of iron means less hemoglobin. Less hemoglobin means less oxygen will reach your organs, leading to constant feeling of tiredness throughout the day. And then to counter the fatigue, you will drink more tea or coffee. But that's not a solution. In the olden days, when a farmer would return home tired after plowing the fields all day, do you know what he would eat to relieve fatigue? A piece of jaggery and a glass of water. Jaggery would provide instant energy and the water would prevent dehydration. Anyway, avoid both tea and coffee just after meals. There should be at least 1 hour gap. If you feel like drinking something after a meal, the best option is buttermilk. It rather improves digestion. If you want to drink something hot, go for herbal tea. Something like ginger tea, which will not only have a similar satisfying effect but will also support digestion. The third time when tea or coffee should not be consumed is at night. Some people drink tea, coffee in the late evening or right before bedtime. If you do this, you won't get a deep sleep. This happens because tea contains caffeine. Although it has less caffeine than coffee, but even a small amount of caffeine can affect your body for up to 6 hours. According to a study conducted in June 2023, people who drink tea after sunset take 45 minutes longer to fall asleep. Also, the quality of their sleep is not that good. Body repairs itself during deep sleep. If you don't get proper sleep, your body won't get that chance to fully repair itself, which can lead to problems later on. So it's not wise to drink tea, coffee at night. If you want to drink something hot at night, drink milk. So if you want to keep drinking tea and coffee and don't want them to harm you, avoid drinking them right after waking up, immediately after a meal and post sunset. So what's the best time to drink tea? 2 to 3 hours after breakfast and 2 to 3 hours after lunch is the best time to drink tea or coffee. For example, if you have breakfast at 9 am, you can drink tea coffee at 11 am. Then if you have lunch at 1 pm, you can drink tea coffee once between 3 pm and 5 pm. This is the ideal time. And this also answers how many cups of tea, coffee we should drink in a day. 2 cups a day are good enough. If someone is an extreme tea, coffee enthusiast, they can have 3 cups. Drinking more than 3 cups is excessive. And excessive tea, coffee consumption harms the body. And this is not just for saying, forget studies. You must have heard people say,
My mind doesn't work properly if I don't drink tea. Tea? I can't quit it. Guys, I can't take a meeting without coffee. Somebody please get it for me.
Now this is a side effect of drinking excessive tea or coffee. The body becomes addicted to caffeine. Also understand that tea, coffee both are acidic beverages. They are heating. That's why people who drink too much tea often suffer from acidity, heartburn and sore burps. But the same tea acts as a remedy during cold and cough. See, if you take 20 liters of milk and just add 1 spoonful of tea to it, you won't be able to set curd with that milk. Nor will you be able to extract even 1 spoon of ghee from it. This is how drying tea is. That's why people who start drinking excessive tea often experience that the grease in their joints has reduced, leading to joint pain. Today in the US, Bullet Coffee is making the rounds where they add a teaspoon of coconut oil or ghee to beat the drying effect of coffee. It's good. That's why be mindful of the quantity of tea or coffee. In fact, it's better if you use a smaller cup for tea and coffee. Everyone drinks tea, coffee according to the size of their cup. In fact, our mind also measures the satisfaction level according to the cup. If you are given a big cup, you will drink more tea. If you drink from a small cup, even a little tea will satisfy the mind. So this is a good hack. Then there are 2-3 more things about tea that are worth noting. The first is that you should never drink reheated tea. Always make it fresh. Secondly, if you drink 2-3 cups of tea, coffee daily, make sure to keep your water intake high as well. This will prevent dryness in the body. Also, drinking extremely hot tea or coffee is also not very good for your food pipe. This was also one of the findings of that long-term study done on 5 lakh people. Tea, coffee are acidic and heating for the body. And when they are consumed very hot, they cause a burning sensation as soon as they come in contact with the food pipe. Studies specifically state that tea hotter than 55 degrees Celsius can damage the food pipe. So drink tea that's reasonably hot. Then often in our homes there is a separate pan for making tea. Try to ensure that this pan is not made of aluminium or non-stick. Steel is okay, but the best option is a brass vessel with a tin coating inside. Over time, the tin coating gradually mixes into the tea in a bhasm form. In Ayurveda, this is called Vang Bhasam, which works as a medicine for physical weakness. Then always buy tea from a trusted, reliable brand. In 2021, the Indian Tea Board issued a warning regarding adulteration in tea. You can use a simple filter paper test at home to check whether your tea is authentic or contains added color. See, nothing is better than quitting tea, coffee altogether. But if you can't do that, these things that we have discussed in this video will surely help you overcome its harmful nature. rather it will benefit you. Winter is here and this is a great time to take Shilajit. Shilajit has been highly praised in Ayurveda, but now modern studies also recognize its benefits. People think Shilajit is only for sexual stamina. That's not true. From anti-aging to bone density, heart health to Alzheimer's disease, its benefits have been observed in all these areas. For better results, I recommend using pure Himalayan Shilajit. Nutra-based pure Himalayan Shilajit is an excellent option in the Indian market. This Shilajit contains 80% fulvic acid, making it very effective. It is lab tested, ensuring it does not contain any heavy metals. Along with it, you get a small spoon. Use a little bit of it and mix it with warm milk before sleeping at night. It will be very beneficial. This 20-gram pure Shilajit from NutraBay costs Rs 7.99. Apply the discount coupon and you'll get it for 7.19. For strength, power and stamina of the mind and body, there might not be a better natural supplement than this. So to buy NutraBay's pure Himalayan Shilajit, click the link provided in the description box. How to remove dental plaque naturally at home. To know the simplest way, check out this video. My name is Vivek. I thank you so much for watching.